We're going to actually start out the program with something that's actually scheduled in the program for the middle. Councilwoman Francis is going to be leaving for a trip. She's going to be going out of town. And so we're going to start by the middle. And when we have a world-renowned griot like Cheick Hamala, we want to give him something to remember us by. And so we have a certificate for him that is going to be presented, or we can present it together. We had one other person, is Anna Edwards in the group? Okay, she has not arrived yet, so, but yes, we'll go ahead and, this is for Cheick Hamala Diabaté. It says, in appreciation of performances by Malian Griot and his orchestra during Malian Independence Day and World Peace Day at VCU on September 21, 2023. Today is World Peace Day, and tomorrow is Malian Independence Day, so we're making it one. Let's see, so together, thank you, Cheick Hamala, for coming to Richmond. I also want you to know that he just got off a plane yesterday where he was performing with his group in, was it Ireland? And he got on a plane and he got off yesterday evening. And in order to relax and be able to take some time off, he came down here to spend some time with us. And we really appreciate it. Thank you, Cheick.
God bless you.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody this afternoon? My name is Ann Francis Lambert. I am the 3rd District Richmond City Council member who also represents the Richmond Sister Cities Commission for here in the city of Richmond. I just wanted to welcome you all here. I just wanted to say a few words. But I just wanted to welcome you all here for World Independence Day. This is a great event, and I just want to thank Ms. Pat Cummings. She is a Sister Cities Commissioner with us. Sister Cities was established in 1991 here in the city of Richmond, and I wanted to just recognize any Sister City Commissioners that we have in the audience. Can you all please stand? We got two here, so yes. Our Sister Cities Commissioners, thank you so much. Our Sister Cities Commission is basically tasked to really be the representation of the international communities here in the city of Richmond. I just want to bring to you all's attention that September is African Diaspora Month. And on Monday at Richmond City Council, we'll be recognizing that. So we'll be having Ms. Cummings here, who is head of our sister city for Mali. She'll be accepting the proclamation on the Sister City's behalf. But I just wanted to make that announcement that that's something that the state of Virginia has now recognized. And so we'll be recognizing it here in the city of Richmond. So I just want to welcome you. Thank you.
So we are very, 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 very happy to be here. First, I'm a Griot in Mali. Everybody know who the Griot are. The Griot is a storyteller, the Griot is an advisor, the Griot is a consolator, and Griot is a singer, a magician. You don't have a griot if you don't do something special good. You need to have a power to have the griot. Who are talking about today? First, it's a very special day, our independence, Mali independence. Put your hand together for that. The Empire of Mali, we call him Sunjata Keita. His last name is Keita. Let me tell you about him, and after come to Patricia. I just say Keita, Narima Mandenka, Jakuma Kabala Simbo, Tonta Jontano Oro, Kalafa Jonani, Subajata Wali. That's our empire last name. But for Patricia, I have a last name for her. I call, because Traoré, Turamara and Sunjata Keita, they work together. Traoré is a very, very important. It's like the soldier for Sunjata Keita. The last name of Traoré is Turamara Anikankeja. Moke muso ani moke dantuma. Koni ba fara bako masa. Ba mana jako bako masa. Ko muru iban Turamara banyalon. Tamba iban Turamara banyalon. Ko kusiri ani kasine. Kasine ni kasine sa. C'est les fabré, danka fabré, maranta fi, ani maranta je. Put your hand together for Patricia. Patricia, en français, elle est infatigable. Elle a toujours servi son pays. Et le Mali, c'est son pays. Richmond et Mali, tout le monde connaît. Everybody know what's going on. Not we didn't start today. How many years? More than 20 years. She's never sleep. She tried to help this country. And we have a chance to have Alan here, my brother. We worked together a long time together. They give me many decorations from Sékou certificate. I'm proud because I'm the Griot. And to have a chance to have our big honor here, consul, right? That's something. We like to thank you guys. Richmond is very important for Mali. And we need to keep work together. After that big day today, very special to have Excellency Ambassador. He just came from Washington to be here. He's a Sékou Berthé. Afra, comme manding at lalen donka ban. Nenumbe abora mogomuna. He came from big family. He just, if he pray for you, anything you want to come true. Because he came from his ancestor, grandfather, father, son. Berthé Mandemori. Sise Mandemori, Jane Mandemori, Koma Mandemori. To be here with the people from the embassy, we are so proud. All this, Patricia, put your hand together again for the excellence. And I'd like to thank my band. Before the certificate is for the whole band and for the ambassador for all Mali. Patricia, thank you. This Bruce Penner worked with me 25 years, 28 years. And this my djembe player, we just came from today from Ireland. And this my bass player, John. And Chuck worked with me like 25 years. And I have my Emmanuel from Ghana. You see, happy. I don't want to be too long. Yeah, I say Emmanuel from Ghana. We are so happy. I'd like to thank all of you. Et puis, je suis content. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui parlent français. Patricia, encore, merci beaucoup.
During this part of the program, going back to the beginning of the program.
Thank you.
There's a little bit more of a speaking part. I just wanted to recognize our sponsors, without whom we could not have had this event today. And one of our sponsors, of course, was the Sister Cities Commission. But at VCU, we had several units. But I would especially like to thank my own dean, Dean Catherine Ingracia. She could stand for just a moment. I want people to see who she is. But Dean Ingracia has been very supportive of our language programs, and she's been very supportive of events involving West Africa. I'm delighted for her support. And she's actually been supportive of my travels in all of Africa recently. We, in fact, have in the audience someone who is from Morocco. I'm going to recognize Farid Chawki if he would just, yes, he's waving. He was the person who hosted our last Africa Business Conference in Morocco. And it was last May in Marrakesh. And it was with sadness that my next correspondence with him was condolences to the country for the earthquake that we had recently. But there's another office on the VCU campus who was extremely supportive. It's the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. We have several staff people from there. If I could ask the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs staff people to stand. Where's Hamala? Oh, you're already standing, okay. The director of the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs is in fact from Côte d'Ivoire, which is part of the medieval kingdom of Mali. And she is there attending a funeral for her last grandmother. And there are all kinds of things that must be done when you go back home and take care of those types of things. So she is not here today. We also have someone from African American Studies. Is Anna Edwards here yet? She will be coming. She was bringing students, but sometimes it takes a while. And then the Global Education Office. We have people from Global Education. I see Mo Green in the back. He has been a strong supporter. And let's see, do we have anybody else from the Global Education Office? Oh, there we are. Okay, yes, okay. We have gotten lots and lots of support from the Global Education Office, those of us who are interested in Africa and in world languages and cultures. So I want to thank all of our sponsors. And now we will, I will tell you what's going to happen next. I think the food should be ready. Fa, est-ce que nous sommes prêts avec, okay. So we can start in an orderly fashion. I'm trying to think how I can do that in an orderly fashion.
Yep.
Allowing the councilwoman, the ambassador, and his staff. In fact, I did not recognize his staff. We have Alpha Konate, and then Boubacar, and I'm sorry I forgot your last name. Maiga. Okay. So, okay. The city treasurer. Wonderful. Yes. I knew I recognized that face. I was kind of saying, where do I know her from? It's someplace in City Hall. So yes, so this is absolutely wonderful. And I just wanted to say one final thing. You know, when they talked to me, mentioned me in association with a Malian name, my Malian name is Rokia Traoré. That was given to me by the mayor of Sékou, I don't know, something like 15 years ago, a long time ago. In any case, Rokia Traoré is a very famous singer. And so I said, well, on the condition that you don't expect me to sing in Bamanankan, which is the local language. I could sing in French, but probably not the same songs. But Rokia Traoré is a very famous singer. She's actually living in France right now, and she's very popular. And Cheick Hamala is very popular in Europe. He plays routinely in New York. He's based in Washington, D.C., and we really are fortunate to have someone of his stature with us today. So once more, let's just hear it for Cheick Hamala, Diabaté. Okay, now let's see, where is Selma? Selma? Oh, they already have her put to work. She's going to be showing some of my students' PowerPoints. They are numbered. If you want to have a copy of the PowerPoint, you can sign up. The students who actually made these PowerPoints are sitting over around or near the table with Bogolan. And Bogolan is, one of them is actually going to be talking about Bogolan. It's this kind of design, and they have a real Bogolan tablecloth there. We also have indigo at this second table, and my students are in between those two tables. But they have done, uh-oh, do I have to log in again? maybe. Well, I'll get it up there in a minute. But they are numbered, and we're not going to speak. We're not going to be trying to compete with the band, but you can go over and tell the students what you think about it. If you'd like to actually have a copy, let them know. You can sign on the back of the we have 6 slides to a page, and the PowerPoints are all 6 slides. So just sign the back, and they will send something to you. So I'll be quiet now. You came to hear the band and to eat some food. Why don't we start the food with this table and that table. And then after that table. And then just try and go table by table. So. Okay. So, okay. So Selma, you can come over and give me a hand.
tilebi minume kenyeka minume worodu malidenu ambe fanimala malidenu kelemanya isabani malidenu bauma sangabaula malidenu kelemanya isabani minume korona minume tilebi malidenu kelemanya Emmanuel. Malidenu bauma sangabaula malidenu kelemanya isabani malidenu bauma sangabaula Berthé bismillah nambe kon Sékou Berthé Patricia bauma sangavila Patricia jolie Patricia kan Patricia bauma sangavila malidenu bauma sangabaula minume korona minume tilebi minume saheli malidenu ambe fanimala malidenu bauma sangabaula malidenu bauma sangabaula minume korona minume tilebi minume saheli minume worodu malidenu bauma sangabaula soye
Mali de numba uma sanga baula. Mali de numba uma sanga baula. Minu me corona, minu me tilevi, minu me saheli, minu me worodu. Mali de nu ambebe fanimbala. Mali de nu kele maya isabare. Mali de numba uma sanga baula. Berthé. Mali de nu kele maya isabare. Minu me corona, minu me tilebi, minu me saheli. Mali de nu ambebe fanimbala. So yeah. Happy Independence, Mali. Happy Independence. Thank you. Happy independence. Thank you very much. We are glad, happy. Vive le Mali. Say, yeah, Ibanine, Banine, Ibanine, Jellyfin. Sanu ye mado fe lammetila, wari ye mado fe lammetila, sanu ye mado fe lammetila. Wari mado fe lammetila, mali yenu lambe Allah, ali lambe Allah. Iye ibanine, mali yenu bambe horonya dia. Ibanine, mali de no bame horonya dia. Sanu ye mado fe lammetila, wari ye mado fe lammetila. Sanu ye mado fe lammetila, wari ye mado fe lammetila. Mali de no dambe alula, mali de no dambe balula. Grand Alain Mali, Alain Richmond, Alain everywhere. Vive le Mali, vive Richmond. wali yuma kunta fisiri wale ali mana soke fisi malema wali yuma kunta fisiri wale sanu ye mado fe dambetila wali ye mado fe dambetila Jibril Sénégal Patricia Ameriki mo mani mo sarama barika ko mo woni la ko tala la kuno jemelo anye biro sini awlo Patricia tanine Patricia so Patricia yeah applaudissez pour Patricia applaudissez yeah ivanine Patricia akaisa Patricia Patricia Oui, on y va, vive le Mali. Merci beaucoup. Vive Richmond. Vive le Mali, vive le Richmond. Thank you, Patricia. That was all of Patricia. Mali Mourmandi Mani Moursalama, Amérique Mourmandi Mani Moursalama. Faut toujours applaudir pour Patricia.
Alors, and so I wanted to just say,
Take it off for you.
okay.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say the band's going to need a little bit of a break. And so what's going to happen during the break is you already heard Cheick Hamala talk about Sunjata at the beginning. We did things out of order. If you arrived late in the program, we had Councilwoman Francis who needed to leave. And so we have already awarded him a certificate. However, we did not do the part where he's going to just say 2 more words about Sunjata, and then I have a group of students who are around the indigo tablecloth who are going to be talking to us about the things they discussed on Sunjata in our French literature class, and relating it to modern day life in Mali, United States, everywhere. Yes, you get to eat. Yes.
L'histoire de Sundiata. I'm sorry.
Non, je viens
Okay. Bruce Spinner. Yeah. This is no drum set on this. Yes, they think. Okay, today is special day, the Independence Day. We're gonna talk about our empire a little bit. You guys listen careful. Sundiata Keita. Mande Mugosma. Mande Mugosma, Mande Kalu. Yeah, Masalu Banana. Ana ka bismillah kana meku ana rismon mo mandimani mo sarama ko yo mo la côté ala la kunu temeno ambe biro sinimba la bulu. Merci tout ce que tu fais pour les Maliens. Osolo nyata ifarala ni mo juma ntama bi mande solo nyata farara kone jara sangranga konde kasaura konde jiba min konde dala kumun kama ni konde jiba min konde tekele mino konde muso den tekele mino bi pabo kele bratiana. Okay, Bruce, yes.
Sundiata was the son of the second wife. Sundiata was not the first son. He was the second son of the king. He was the son of the first. He was the son of the second wife, the son of Sungulun Kante. Sungulun Kante was despised by the first wife. And the first wife did everything she could to make sure that Sundiata would be a failure in life. She cursed him so that he could not walk. All he could do was to drag himself along the ground, along with his friend, Kuyate. They had been friends forever. Sundiata.
Manden kalu nyani na manden kalu torora. Alu di daga nyonga. Komi kera nyamuna funa lubulo jata e kera fade saudi ju saudi. Kasolo konda wolo kasolo yamaru wolo be ko jata e betu mai masewili la janga jata e sane ka usi balolenti.
And the day came when Sunjata decided, this is Sunjata Wilila. This is when I will stand. And he asked for his mother to have the Numu, those who worked in the metals, to bring him the strongest metal rod that they had. And they brought this metal rod to Sunjata, and he took it in his right hand over his left, and he grabbed the metal rod, and he tried to draw himself up to his full height. But the metal bent, and he fell to the ground. And again he asked, oh, my mother, please have them recast this metal rod so that I may use it to overcome this curse, may use it to overcome this which has kept me from walking as a man. And again, they recast the metal, and they brought it before him, and he grasped it, his right hand over his left, and he tried to draw himself up to his full height, but again, the metal dropped, and he said, oh, my mother, you must do something greater than what can be done by the hand of man. You must bring us something from the world of the God, the world of nature. You must bring us something. Oh, my mother, Sungulun Kante.
Na intenção sira buludonina. Na o intenção sira buludonina. Nte intenção sira bulufensila. Nte o intenção sira bulufensila. Sira minye denke kamalene yo kare. Sira minye denke kamalene yo kare. Sira imayelene, sira imayelene ha.
And Sungulun went out into the forest, and she brought back with him a slender rod from the custard apple tree. And with this rod, she said, oh, my son, take this slender branch from the custard apple tree. And he took it in his right hand, and immediately the curse left his body, and he could stand. And he looked at the wife, the first wife of the king, the one who had cursed him, and sang, oh, your curse is nothing. Oh, Sunjata,
Sunjata tamana, nyaga musoni suba musolu ayebo, sugolo nyaga
neba.
That's the little story I have for you today. Because this story take 3 days. You can do 3 days. It's very long. But Patricia, today is a special day. We very short to tell Richmond how happy we are today. Sunjata walk, everyone happy. And there is a very good history. Merci beaucoup. L'histoire de Sunjata, ça peut faire 3 jours. Tu peux commencer aujourd'hui jusqu'à 3 jours. C'est une histoire qui est très longue. Donc ce soir, c'était pour montrer un peu. Merci tout le monde. C'était Sunjata. Ok, on est avec Patricia. Yeah.
J'allais prendre le micro parce qu'il y avait des étudiants qui allaient parler. Mais merci beaucoup. C'est un moment où l'orchestre doit manger. Okay. Ils vont commencer les desserts, mais en fait, je leur ai dit il faut garder le plat principal pour l'orchestre. OK, merci. Alors, l'orchestre doit manger le plat principal aussi. Okay.
Merci, Patricia.
Oui.
On a été nare mamanega jakuma kabala simbo ton tanjon tan woro kala fajona ni suba jata wali ibismillah nambe ku.
Okay, fruit is being served. The desserts menu is starting. But while you're getting your dessert, you're going to hear from the French literature class that is going to relate for you how the story of Sunjata and medieval literature in general has been relating to the 21st century. So I'm going to pass the microphone to whoever is in the first group. Yes.
Okay. Hello. Bonjour. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of the similarities and differences between the stories of Sunjata and The Lion King. So as many of you guys may know, The Lion King was based on the true story of Sunjata. And while we were reading and we were like studying we noticed something that surprised us. It was the polygamy aspect in the story, which it was popular in West Africa. So Sunjata's father, as the singers might have mentioned, had 3 wives, but Disney changed this to better suit the views and aspects of the average American family.
Les 2 histoires impliquent des animaux. À Sunjata, le totem de son père, également connu sous le nom d'animal de la tribu, était un lion, et le totem ou animal de la tribu de sa mère était un buffle. C'est là que Disney a reçu le nom de le roi lion et a méticuleusement décidé que le personnage principal, Simba, serait un lion. So both stories involve animals. In Sunjata, his father's totem, also known as a tribe animal, was a lion, and his mother's totem or tribe animal was a buffalo. This is where Disney got the name The Lion King and meticulously decided that the main character, Simba, would be a lion.
The battle between the kings in both stories ended with the unification of their countries. In Sunjata, he was able to defeat the king of Soso and his brother, which led to the start of the Malian Empire. In The Lion King, Simba defeated his evil uncle and saved his kingdom from being destroyed.
So before all of this, both fathers of the main characters did die early on in the story, which kind of led to the uprising of the main evil characters. In Sunjata, it was his brother taking his throne, and in The Lion King, it was Simba's uncle, Scar. So there are definitely many, many more interesting similarities and differences between the 2 stories. And we could honestly keep going on and on all day, but it's really interesting to know that this story was based on the true story of Sunjata. And if you haven't read it, definitely do. Merci.
Hello. While there are also there are similarities and differences between The Lion King and the original story of Sundiata. There are also other medieval poems that are similar and different to Sundiata, and one that we've been studying in class is La Chanson de Roland, or the Song of Roland, which is it's a medieval epic poem that chronicles Charlemagne, the king of the Franks, during his battle with Marsil, the Muslim king, and it tells the story of Charlemagne's nephew Roland, and his one of his fellow warriors, Olivier, and basically they fight against Marsil, and the Muslim army defeats them, and it is found out that at the beginning of the story there was a traitor, Ganelon, who gave information to the Muslim king against the Franks.
And there are a lot of similarities between the main characters of the two stories. For example, at the end of Chanson de Roland, Charlemagne, the king, he comes in and he avenges the death of the rear guard who was killed due to the traitor Ganelon and the information he passed on to the enemy. And he's also known as a representation of God as the king. And in Sundiata, we see a similarity because Sundiata, when the rest of the nobles are dead and many of the kingdoms have been taken over by the tyrant king, Sumarokante, he gets together the people and he fights against him and he wins. And by doing so, he unites Mali, just as Charlemagne in La Chanson de Roland unites all of the Franks.
So another thing that the two epic poems have in common is that the goal of a lot of epic poetry like this that's shared with a lot of people is to inspire some sort of feeling in the readers or listeners. Le Chanson de Roland, the purpose was to recruit soldiers for the Crusades, which started after the poem was written. But the Sundiata does something similar in inspiring people to not fight a war, but to unite the kingdoms of Mali under one government. And yes, these are the purposes of the two poems.
And then some of the major differences between the two stories is that Chanson de Roland is not really as culturally prevalent in France today. It still obviously is very old, and lots of people know it, but it doesn't really, spark the same conversation or have the same contemporary value, I would say, as Sundiata, which is still, very relevant and is brought up often. And then the other main difference is that Sundiata is like the course of his life. It's not just sort of a couple battles like in Chanson de Roland. It's from the moment of where the Marseille attacks them, and it's not a lifespan. Whereas Sundiata, it's more of a long, extended story. So yeah, that's some differences between the two stories.
Hello. So for our question, we were relating how the Constitution of Mali and then Sundiata related to France today. And one of our key points was that in Sundiata, there were 3 core values that Sundiata portrayed, which was kind of like dedication to his religion, his king, his country, his family honor, and then his own personal honor. And then those relate to France today because those are very strong values that are present in society. But yeah.
Another similarity between the epic Sundiata and present day is the fact that Sundiata united the kingdoms to become one Mali, and similarly presently today we have the Francophone world, which is consisted of many different countries and different cultures. So just like the Kingdom of Mali was a unison of different empires and different kingdoms, similarly the Francophone world is a unison of different countries and different cultures.
And lastly, Sundiata and present day both greatly discuss justice. So Sundiata won the Battle of Kirina and brought justice to all of his people, giving them all human rights. And today that's very, very relevant still, as we all deal with the various social justice issues. But yeah, they both very much focus on justice and relate that to each other.
Okay, we're the final group, and we're going to be relating the story of Sundiata to the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals.
Hello. So as my peers have previously discussed, Sundiata serves as a really emblematic figure of justice, of unification, of peace and growth for his empire, for his realm. He fought for those who needed representation, created an era of peace after he helped establish the Corrigan Fuga, which was their first constitution. And after that was created, Mali saw a big era of growth and of peace. And that kind of leadership is what we're going to need if we want to move forward and see the accomplishment of so many of these big sustainability goals that we have. It can't just be like the effort of one person. He used his allies to help him accomplish these goals of unification. He used his connections. And Emma, you can further elaborate on that?
Yeah, so a few of the sustainable development goals that we think we could look to Sundiata to help us achieve these goals would be goal number 8, which is decent work and economic growth. Goal number 9, which is industry, innovation, and agriculture. Objective 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institutions. And then the final goal, which is partnerships for the accomplishment of these goals.
I was going to try to put up on the screen, but I wasn't fast enough to put the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. But we have Voice of America, where was actually supposed to be physically present. We are, in fact, in touch with them. They're recording this via phone and with the help of our live streaming people. And the reason why I mention this is what our students are doing in class today is very relevant to what's happening in the world. At the United Nations right now, we have the Malian Prime Minister, I believe, but the United Nations is discussing the progress that's been made on these goals that were established in 2015. In French, they're known as les ODD, les Objectifs de Développement Durable. And my students have been looking at what was happening way back when you had a just king who was trying to do things for the benefit of his people. And so they were relating Sundiata to those goals that could not be more relevant today. Today we also are often talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. If you look at the Sustainable Development Goals, it's really just another way of talking about the same thing with different vocabulary. And in fact, what you're looking at is things like, my students have looked at climate change, they've looked at the earthquake in Morocco recently. We've looked at all the things that are happening in the world that you can't do all by yourself. You need to have international cooperation. And that's why the United Nations started looking at that particular type of goal. And if you go to any website, there are 17 goals. Number 17 is partnerships. And VCU, as an institution, is very interested in partnerships. I've been actively engaged with partnerships in Mali, Côte d'Ivoire, Morocco, and other places. And it's very important as we look at things happening, not just as a French class talking to other language classes elsewhere, but also looking at all of the different disciplines coming together, whether it's on behalf of social justice or climate change, which has impacts on social justice. All kinds of things fit together. But I think they've had a lot of fun. Would that be true? I didn't prime them with this in advance, but I think they've enjoyed this, and they've also enjoyed sharing this with the community. Now, I also like working with the community. VCU is very much about community engagement, and I am a member of the Richmond Sister Cities Commission. Right now, I'm serving as vice chair of the commission. In the past, I've had different roles. I've been the chair, I'm the vice chair now, sometimes I'm just a commissioner, and sometimes I've stopped out. But I've always been involved with Richmond Sister City relationships. And the one with Mali is near and dear to my heart, because it is a relationship where you're going to a country where people speak French. Yes, it's the land of the colonizer, but they speak local languages as well as French, and French is the vehicle for making things happen. But in any case, for those of you who are in the audience and are thinking about whether you want to study French, think about all the fun we have in French. So come and join us. And I'm very pleased to see members of not only a Sister City Commission, but people who have been actively engaged in city activities down through the years. People who did not get recognized earlier. We have Anna Edwards sitting at that table. We have Alan Levin, a former commissioner, and someone that I have traveled with to Mali. And then I want to recognize again, we have the city treasurer. I am so pleased to have our city treasurer present with us today. She ends up reimbursing the rest of us when we go and do things. And now she gets to see what we actually do. And I think she's quite excited about it. She seems to be very happy. But I want to see if is there anyone else in the audience that I should have recognized earlier and didn't. Actually, I have one more colleague from my French colleagues, my French faculty colleagues. We have Yuli Bertino and Brahima Kone. Brahima Kone is from Côte d'Ivoire, but he had a Malian grandmother, and of course Côte d'Ivoire is part of the medieval kingdom of Mali, which is 9 modern-day West African countries. But I thank everybody for participating. We had originally planned for the band to take a break and then play again, but they're still eating. But we'll give them a little more time. I'm going to go ahead and have some dessert. Dessert has arrived. In case you thought you were all done when you got that first plate of food or second plate of food, there is going to be dessert. And what I had imagined, and I'm hoping my students will play a leadership role, I didn't tell them in advance, but to get out there and dance around just as I did before, because in French, we actually have a lot of fun. And we do like to dance. We like to sing too, but we don't sing in Bamanankon. So, okay, was there anybody else that I should have recognized and did not? Yes, we're going to, I had put Jibril and Fa. Jibril, would you like to tell us about the wonderful food that we have been eating? Or Fa, would you like to do that? Or maybe together. They can come up together. If you like the food, these are the people you should thank. Yes, they're the people I should thank.
Thank you, Pat. Happy Independence Day to Mali first, And we really appreciate the fact that you take the time to come celebrate this Independence Day with us. So we really, this is for all Africa, not only for Mali, but it's for Mali, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, everybody. So we hope that we're going to have more time to celebrate this event for years to come. For the food part, I'm not really the chef. She's the chef, and I don't know what she cooked. I'm just helping. So I hope that you enjoy the food. I hope that is a good food for you. I mean, this is the traditional Senegalese food, so I'm going to let her tell you exactly what she cooked. All right? Her name is Fatou, and she has a company, catering company called Fa Catering.
So, good afternoon, everybody. So thank you for enjoying my food. So I just made some grilled chicken and onion sauce. We call it yassa in Senegal. If you it go with rice, but if goes with the vermicelle, we call it vermicelle. So and the juice was cucumber juice. The red one is bisab juice. They have Jamaican who call it sorrel, I think, yeah. And the ginger juice. So I won't made them. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
I want to say one more thing about the dancing that we have in Mali, and I'm hoping my students will get up and dance. But usually if they say your name, you're supposed to throw money at them. I forgot to bring money today, but I don't think they expect us to do this here, but usually they had, their currency is called the franc CFA, and usually you have 5,000.
Ça c'est important, les griots là, les griots n'ont pas trouvé. Il faut amener l'argent, tout le monde. $1, $1, $1, $1, $1 million, $1 million. Yes.
So when I danced before, it's because he sang my name, and I knew I was supposed to go out there and dance around. And if I'd had money, I would have given him some, except I only have credit cards.
Non, des griots avec cassap, des griots avec zèle, America. Mali griot don't have a zèle and cassap. But America griot have a cassap, he have a zèle. Ah, ça c'est le griot de Patricia. Ko Alain ka bismillah ko ana ka bismillah Mali mo mandimani mo srama Sékou mo mandimani mo srama ne kelinga joli oui c'est Cheick Hamala non c'est Diabaté mais bien c'est les ailes c'est le numéro non on met les numéros non c'est ça Cheick mais les numéros je vais voir les numéros quoi. Can I see the number? But you guys, you ready for dance? It's our independence today. Yes, we want to see everyone dance. Yes. I look for my hey, Buba,
Itenga nimero de anamawa. Abena fen do chima kwa. Patricia, you ready for dance? All right, Aniba. Aina sa Malidenu Malibani Kadisa Malidenu Malibani Kadisa Malidenu Demokrasi be Malila Malidenu Badenya be Malila Malidenu Karama be Malila Malidenu Malibani Kadisa Oliva Patricia, on y va, soyez la Patricia. On y va, vive le Mali là, vive Richmond. On y va. Aywa, Jibril la. Aywa, Sénégal Mohamed Dimani Mosra, Patricia. Aywa. Patricia, les Griot est là. On y va. So, one by one. Patricia. Ilamaga. aywa, barga, barga, barga. So yeah, ilamaga, 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 ilamaga. Maiga, Maiga, Buba, Buba, Embassy of Mali, Abariga, yeah, Abariga, oh, Maiga, Maiga, Maiga. Aywa, 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 Abariga, 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 yeah, aha. Vive le Mali! Happy independence! Yeah! Can everybody say yeah? Yeah! Can everybody say vive le Mali? Vive le Mali! Vive notre ambassadeur! Le Sékou Berthé! Vive Sékou Berthé! Vive Patricia! Ana, ilamaga, ilamaga. Oliver, one by one. Okay, aku. Yeah. Hadiku, diku. Hadiku, sarama. Hey. Hadiku, diku. Hadiku, sarama. Hey, Patricia. Hadiku, diku. Hadiku, sarama. Hey, Walde. Okay. One by one, Doni. In Mali, to say good morning. You guys gonna say Ani Sogoma. Can you say Ani Sogoma? Again. Ani Sogoma. Okay, to say thank you in Mali, you gonna say Ani Che. Okay, we're gonna go one by one. Everybody gonna dance one by one, okay? Sweet. Oli. Okay. Mumbauda kolo pene. Jan kalimado na dugu pasia kola wele che wele masiba kwa che koti na yomba che yomba sara asa jumatinti Chetiti nyagale Congo timbi tamba alimeti charo alimeti one by one. Come baby, excuse, come on here. One by one. Say it. Can you come, please? Here, you. On y va, soyez. One by one. On y va. Mon bauda, kolo, chekolo pene. Pene jankali maduna dugu pasia. Pasia kola, chekola wele. Che wele masiba. Amasiba kwa. Che kwati na yomba. Che yomba sara. Asajumatiti. Where's Patricia? Patricia here. Yes. On y va. Put your hand together for Patricia. Oliver. One by one. Where's Alan? Alan. Mon ami, come on. Yes. Put your hand together for Alan. Yeah. Put your hand together for Alan, okay? Yeah. Bon. I hope everyone happy, right? Ah, wow. Vive Richmond. Vive le Mali. Okay, on y va. Aku. Yeah. Oh, tout de suite, yeah. Okay. Yes, we're gonna sign the CD for our, what do you call it? ok. Voilà, bon, on va jouer un autre. C'est un morceau. Bon. Salif Keita, on y va. Emanuela, oh, ni warismo. Soye, ilamaga, achakize, ilamaga, oh, ni warismo. Là, c'est Madame Djibril, on y va Sénégal, après on va jouer pour le Sénégal. On y va, ilamaga. Singilin sirabula, tenturu taba, singilin toma, singilin sirabula. Yay! Dia evanale, andia evana, kamarea dia evanale, andia evana, denifaya dia evanale, andia evana, dia evanale. Yeah, dia evana. On y va! Vive le sport, vive le Mali! Soyez Emmanuel. Soyez, on y va, récemment. Soyez, récemment. Thank you. Thank you. Make the tour, everybody tour. You can do the circle. Ritmo. Yep. One by one. Show me something. Show me. Yes. One by one. Show me something. Yes, please. Yeah. Hey. Hilamaga. Come on. Show it. Show it. On balafon, Bruce Penne from Charlottesville. On y va. On. I forget. Dobra. Chuck from Richmond. Chuck. One by one. On drum set. Manuel. Ghana. I call him Emmanuel from Mali because he's my best player. He plays very well. Emmanuel! Oniva on bass and checkere. That's a John from Washington, D.C. John! On djembe. Oh wow. The best djembe player. Dr. Yuma, on y va, soy. Wow. Hey. Okay, now. Dr. Yuba. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. You guys are good. We like to come again. So I am very happy. And how you say in Mandingo? Thank you. What do you guys gotta say in Mandingo? Somebody know. Who's that? Wow. Who? No, I hear somebody say here, Iniche. Wow, Iniche. Oh, wow, that's so good. Bon, we gotta say Iniche to Patricia. We gotta say Patricia Iniche. Patricia Iniche. Again? Patricia Iniche. Patricia Iniche. Bon, dernier morceau, ou bien? On va faire dernier morceau? On veut jouer un autre morceau? Ok, après ça, comme il doit aller. Mais quand même, c'est tellement... Well, d'accord. Voilà, that was good, but we are so happy. We really passed the time because we're happy here. I know when Patricia invites here, we're going to play until tomorrow. Because we love her and she's very good. A good heart. Okay, Emmanuel, just one little song and we go. Now, I have a Jibril here, Jibril from Senegal. Jibril is here, right? And Jibril's wife. This guy here, I know him long. I came to Richmond many times. Sometimes they go find African food for me. When I came with my band, maybe I can say 18, 15 years ago, Jibril, everybody eat. Jibril said, no pay. I said, what? No, you are my brother. Mali, Senegal, same father, same mother. From the day Jibril called me every time, I call him every time. Jibril and his wife, if I get contract here, I go to his house, he cook big for all my band. I like to say thank you. We union make the power. And the song from Mali, now I'm going to Senegal. The song we call Sabar. Can you guys say Sabar? Sabar. Sabar. Ar. Okay, let's go to Sabar. And we like to thank our ambassador, all Mali embassy here today. Thank you very, very much, everyone. We are so happy. misa ya jango makura kura misa ya madenela kura misa ya jango makura kura misa ya madenela ya jalimania kunela vaya donela oli wa Senegal Dakar nang on balafon, Rob, I'm sorry, Bruce Penner again. Put your hand together for Bruce. On Debra, Chuck, put your hand together for Chuck from Richmond. And Bess, John. Put your hand together for John. And Jembe, Yoma, and drum set Emmanuel from Mali. And I am Hamala. And Patricia. And Ambassadeur Sékou Berthé. Excellency. And Bouba Maïga and Alpha Konate. Yeah. Thank you. Merci, merci Richmond, merci Mali. Thank you, God bless. Now I need to go to sleep. I camped 18 hours. I go home. Tomorrow I have an invitation to Philadelphia. I say, no, I don't want to go to anywhere. I'm tired. But I'm glad to be here, very happy. Again, put your hand together for Patricia.
Well, we have two final remarks. I'm going to have a few final remarks, and then Ambassador Sékou Berthé is going to say a few words. He was in the middle of the program, but when we changed the order, he's going to be at the end of the program. So, Ambassador Sékou Berthé, Excellence, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur, si vous pouvez adresser la parole.
Thank you. Big honor, our ambassador to be here. Very nice person.
Bonsoir. Je ne sais pas si vous voulez en français ou bien en anglais. Which one? Because we have at least everybody en français, n'est-ce pas? Parce que tout le monde est parti. Il n'y a que des étudiants en français ici maintenant. Hein? Ok. Donc je vais le dire en français. Hein? Je vais aller petit pour que vous compreniez. Non? D'accord. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir à Patricia. Bonsoir à vos étudiants qui sont là aujourd'hui. Bonsoir à Alain et à son ami, Michael. Bonsoir à toute l'équipe de Diabaté, vraiment qui ont fait une bonne animation aujourd'hui. Yes, une très bonne animation aujourd'hui. You did a good job today. Really, thank you very much. Merci. Je voudrais remercier chacun et chacune de vous pour nous avoir invités ici aujourd'hui pour commémorer la célébration de notre fête d'indépendance qui est le 22 septembre demain. C'est en 1960 que le Mali a acquis son indépendance auprès de la France. Quand on a reçu l'invitation il y a environ un an maintenant, de la part de VCU, Patricia, Committee, le comité de jumelage. Donc nous nous sommes dit qu'on va revenir pour célébrer ces moments précieux avec le comité de jumelage et avec VCU. Donc c'est pourquoi aujourd'hui nous sommes là à ce titre. Je voudrais vraiment infiniment remercier Patricia et toute l'équipe de VCU, tous les étudiants qui sont là pour cette soirée aujourd'hui magnifique. Je peux dire que c'est déjà, nous sommes déjà dans la fête de l'indépendance. Aujourd'hui, c'était pre-Independence Day for us. Donc, on est déjà dans la fête. Merci et merci. Aussi, les étudiants qui ont fait une brève présentation, slideshow from students sur le Mali, les Bogolans, les manuscrits de Tombouctou, c'est très intéressant. Je vous encourage à rechercher davantage sur le Mali et partager ces informations avec les autres étudiants des autres facultés de VCU. Et vous avez parlé de Kouroukanfouga dans votre présentation. In your slideshow, you talk about Kouroukanfouga chapter. You know, c'est pour vous dire ici que le Mali, historiquement, a contribué aux droits de l'homme à travers la charte de Kouroukanfouga, qui date du XXe siècle. Pour votre information, c'est une vieille charte élaborée et si vous lisez très bien la charte, je vais envoyer à Patricia, maybe elle va partager avec vous prochainement, ça a beaucoup d'éléments qui ont servi à contribuer aujourd'hui à la Déclaration universelle des droits de l'homme que vous voyez et aux différentes déclarations universelles relatives aux droits de l'homme. Donc, c'est pour dire que historiquement, sous Sundiata, et jusqu'à présent, le Mali a fait une grande contribution à l'histoire. Et beaucoup de vous ici ont parlé de Sundiata. Ça a été une bonne occasion pour d'autres qui étaient dans la salle d'apprendre sur l'histoire du Mali, d'apprendre sur Sundiata lui-même et sur son histoire et pendant son apogée, l'Empire du Mali. C'est une belle expérience que nous avons partagée avec vous aujourd'hui. Et pour vous encourager aussi, au-delà de ça, de visiter le Mali. Come visit Mali. Don't sit here only in your office doing slideshow without going on the ground. Vous avez fait une bonne présentation. You did a good presentation today about Mali. But being on the ground will give you a different life experience you will have to share. So I will encourage you in the near future to come and visit Mali. Really. We are very hospitable people. On sera très gentil de vous accueillir, de vous faire visiter le Mali dans son ensemble. Patricia a été au Mali dans le passé. Elle a été à Sékou. Elle peut partager son expérience avec vous. Et vous, en tant qu'étudiant aujourd'hui et futur, donc venez visiter le Mali. Il y a beaucoup à partager. You have a lot to share in terms of culture, in terms of other things with Mali and with your friend. So make time in your busy schedule in the near future to come visit Mali. And we will appreciate the embassy is here to help you, accommodate you, or help you make any kind of arrangement you wish in visiting Mali. And also, I want to recognize the presence here of the Vice President of VCU today among us, and share with you that we will be grateful to have more students from Mali at VCU. Really, that's one of my best projects, one of my wishes on my schedule, and I'm sure I've been talking with the Vice President about that, how we can have a kind of an exchange program, staff exchange, student exchange, or other program exchange. So we soon, very soon, you're going to have a team from Mali, a team of deans and rectors from university in Mali, and we're going to make sure they're going to come to your university. From there, how we're going to craft a MOU between VCU and Mali. And what kind of advantage you can provide to students from Mali so they can come here, study briefly, or four-year college. So that's a talk we can have, how we can implement that in the future. Thank you again to all of you. Thanks to Pat. Thanks to the Sister City Committee. Thanks to the food court of providing today. You know, Senegal and Mali, we share the same culture, the same food. The same thing you ate today here are the same thing we prepare also in Mali. So that means from now you go to Mali, expect this kind of food. So you won't be surprised. Okay? So thanks for providing us with the good food and the good drink. We have the same drink also in Mali. Okay? So thanks everybody for spending time with us today. Thanks Pat for inviting us. We'll be happy to come back again. And I'm sure, because we are working on a delegation, on a team of delegation, we're going to be here, have some talk with the VCU and about student exchange program or staff exchange program. Et je vous remercie beaucoup. Merci très sincèrement. On est très content de partager cette journée de Pre-Independence Day of Mali avec vous. Merci.
I'd like to tell you guys, he's a humble man here. You see his friends going a little bit good. He study in New York. He spent all his life, go to school over there. He speak more English than the French. But he's a very nice person. These big things for the Griot to speak the place for Patricia. To thank you again, Ambassador, to be here. Put your hand together for him. You see, my remark, ambassador eat, he take everything, put to the trash. If some ambassadors sit down like the king, they don't do nothing. But he grew up here. He know the reality for America. And the ambassador like to thank you very, very well, Richmond, the VCU, Patricia, and all of you, and study about Mali. Mali is a very, very old country. Any discipline, anything you're looking for your life, go to Mali. You see, Jibril is from Senegal. But if you go to Mali, you find people from Senegal, you think they are, I don't know how to tell you, Mali important. And big, big, big things to have this guy with us. Every time I see him, he's happy, no problem. That's important. To know where you go, you got to know where you come from. Thank you again. Patricia, thank you, Ambassador Excellency. God bless you. We like you to come next year again. Thank you. And don't forget the technician. He was so good. Put your hand together for our technician. He was so good. Very, very important. The Griot remark everybody. And you guys so good. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
Well, I'm going to give one final thanks to the band. They come here frequently. Cheick Hamala, Diabaté, world-renowned griot. He is our griot. He loves coming here, and he has never said no every time we've invited him. So we really appreciate it, and thank you once again. Thank you for the technical staff. Thank you for the person who's putting together the live streaming. We are going to put this on a website. You'll see yourselves dancing again, class members. And this is, and we really appreciate all the support that we've had from the city and from VCU. Our sponsors have, I think, left now, but we said thank you earlier. It's probably a good thing. But anyway, thank you again. I'm going to give them the microphone, and then I need help doing cleanup and perhaps helping the caterer move some of the things out. So if you are able to stay a little bit longer and want to help, I'd be most appreciative. But you are wonderful. You look great. VCU should be proud of the students who supported, who actually presented today. You presented, you danced, and I think you had a really good time. So thank you for coming. I don't want you to throw the programs away. I'm going to keep the ones that are left over. Bring them to, give them to your friends, family, whatever. But I'm going to take them with me.